Wasiyati, Nichanagut Ye Duasak, Ye Ayahat, Tiatan Nahaksiti, Kagwantanyadi Ayahat. My name is Laine Rinehart. I am Raven Tiatan from Wrangell, Alaska, and I am also a Kagwantan through my father's side. I'm here today to talk a little bit, just about, my experiences with my family throughout the years, and their support of me during my time weaving. Just feeling their love and encouragement and support, throughout this time, has just been really important to me. I, started about going on 11 years ago now, just taking a class over at the University of Alaska. Southeast Cape Parker was having her Raven's Tail class, and I went ahead and signed up. And from day one, my parents were very proud and supportive of me, throughout that process, and just encouraging. Even though there was moments I had doubt, they were just really proud to see that I was developing an interest and connection to our ancestral roots, and through that process, I think it really kind of created more a sense of community that I needed in my life at the time and still do. And that was just really important for me to have that experience with my family. My mother actually started to weave as well, perhaps about a year later, and we have spent many hours together at our looms, just like laughing and sharing our good times and some of our sadder times with each other, and just kind of like feeling that warmth and love that we have for each other. Sometimes not, joyous, but also at times like, just being very real with each other, spending that good time with each other. I think it really brought us closer together as a family, to have that shared activity, which I, didn't really have, growing up with my mom. And my father has been, very supportive of us. We used to do these kind of weaver get-togethers pre-COVID and before my parents had moved, where, my mom and dad would get food ready. My dad would kind of get a fire going, and, some weavers would come over to my family home, and we'd all just kind of hang out and weave. And it was just some of my best memories as a weaver kind of took place during those times, where we would just meet up and hang out and have fun and encourage and support each other throughout that process. Met lots of weavers that way. Shadutala Hanlon, Ricky Tagaban, Crystal, variety of other people, Lily Hope, lots of friends and family to kind of just like support each other and lift each other up through that process. And that has just been, kind of a godsend from, the creator spirits and, all of that. So it's been good to have them. I can call my mom when I need, her support and encouragement. My dad is there. My mom helped me dye all my, a lot of my weft yarns for the coming robe. And, I don't know that I would have, had the courage to jump into something new without her support, or at least, it would have been a lot more difficult to do it on my own. And so I'm really, grateful for, being able to go over to their home and do that with them, and just, weaving together. And, we've had to do it virtually, from time to time with social distancing. So that's been good, even to share those moments with each other. And I want to say Gunash Chish to my uncle for, helping me with the loom that I will be weaving from. And, I was going to share a little bit of documentation of just kind of our, FaceTime back and forth with each other. We went ahead and recorded some of that. And so I want to say thank you to Sealaska Heritage Institute for coming along with me on this journey. Thank you to the viewers. It's been great to be here. I appreciate your support. Goodness cheesh hatigadi. All right, bye. Yeah, I'll put the face and then maybe I have to go up. No. Oh, this is cool. So this is my mother, Kwanda Holly, and that is her Tiwa or Taos Pueblo name. And we are, kind of, in the process of her getting started on weaving her first full-size robe. It sort of dawned on me and her the other night while we were talking on the phone that we were both actually going through the process of doing our first full-size robes at the same time. And I thought that was really cool. She's, kind of been there with me along this journey since the beginning. And, we're hanging robes at the same time together. And that's just, I think, a really special, thing to share with her. Just how kind of sacred that is and, inspirational she is to me. All the things that she does, to support me and my father as well. And, I'm trying to my best to support her as well. And, whether that be cutting weft, here, like I am doing, just in order for her to be able to weave as efficiently as possible. When you're weaving, you don't want to stop and take the time to cut additional lengths of yarn. It's good to prepare these materials ahead of time. That way you can just kind of really get into the work of your weaving. And so a lot of us weavers spend, additional time tying slip knots or just anything that we can do to make the process go quicker and smoother. And I really look to my mother as a mentor and guide, throughout weaving, because, she approaches it in a little bit different of a way than I do. She has a tendency to remember the finer details, and here she's kind of reteaching me how to tie slip knots. She learned it a particular way and retained that, and I do it a little differently, but these are her materials, and this is what she'll be weaving, so it's good for me to make sure to do it to her standard. And she's very meticulous and detailed oriented, and I think that's a really awesome way to be. She's an Aries, and I think it kind of shows in her weaving as far as the passion she has for it, and things like that, and what motivates her to do it. My brother is in Portland, Oregon with his children, and she's weaving this rope for them, just to kind of give them a grounding sense of, their identity and where they come from as Tlingit people. And I think that's, really beautiful that, her intent for this is to pass it on to, the generations in our family, and just really shield them and protect them and give them love and encouragement and warmth, throughout that process. So, I have a lot of love for her and my mother and father, my dad as well, who's helped, build her header board and is in the process of making her first full-size robe loom. Gonna chish ta'a